As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another.
Or the story. I thought the story, I thought it was a good story. I just felt like it was parts of the story that lagged a little bit for me.
Your cadence, man, it captivated me.
Me, it's just the sincerity in the piece. You know, I could feel that, and the emotion is always going to win me over when I can feel that it's real. So
it was one of those pieces that, you know, where you're waking people up, you know what I'm saying, bringing awareness. It was an awareness poem, and I really dug it, and I really dug the message behind it.
Thank y'all very much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the space.
Are you ready to enter the dojo? Here, iron, sharpeth iron.
When heroes fall, cowards rejoice. The voiceless resound from the sound of the fall. We all seen what happened to Shaka. Shocked and appalled from the gall and audacity to dare to be better. Clever enough to know there's more to know. So when the woes of the discontent sense contention, they failed to mention the root of it all. The fall. When heroes stumble, cowards mumble with conjecture. This is what happens when we let hate fester, tolerated and unchecked. The subtle disrespects, it progressed to something more blatant. This is only the results of hearts vacant, void of fulfillment. You find them insistent on conflict. No fault to you. It's the only way they can exist. You intend to uplift, they desist. Seek to cause a rift, shift the paradigm if you let them. The minority speaks the loudest. Those who lack resolve are the proudest, content in their folly. And this probably will go on deaf ears for fear of change, or perhaps heeded, needed in every space intended to bring change. Poem.
it will hail you to fail you. Double cross you, then nail you. Who deals with mockery and hating for innovating? They deplore for war, witness the bloodshed, and then scream encore. They're always looking to punch the face of something, to replace with nothing. Images being disliked for attempting to do right, then scrutinized when you write, mocked, lied on, degraded for what you created. And they ask, what would Jesus do? Oh, he got fucked by people he was helping too. Beat, spit on, crucified, and I'm no savior, but what we brought to the table got garnished with misbehavior. Some claim friend, but will sell you short for 30 pieces. Only a Judas would do this. Who wants to be a leader? Not I. Because every great leader dies. Why? Probably short on support. And who craves fame? You know, that spotlight only gives your killers greater aim. The hate makes one contemplate. Should one remove from this art? Not all of it, just depart from this part. Frustrating when they trash what comes from the heart. When you want to give back, they want you to pucker up to ass cracks. I digress. It gets to be a lot to digest. It's clear. They chant persevere, neglecting the pressure here while I'm protecting what I revere. So I'm transparent, meaning crystal clear, a community gets clearer in the mirror. Yet it's reverse. Let's say backwards. Alternate universe. Poets become actors. We all know pretending is trending. And it's cool for fools to be condescending, although the trend is kind of ending. It's the quest for the best of us to be an example or get trampled by the rest of us. I said it's the quest for the best of us to be an example or end up trampled by the rest of us. That was in pain.
Welcome, everybody. This is Iron Sharpeth Iron. I'm Poetic Black. My brother written in pain. You in the building. Dope piece, my brother. Dope piece, man. You was a little late on the draw, though, man. Like, what's going on over there, man? But yeah,
I was
man.
waiting for the claps.
The claps went, man. Where you was at, man? No, you wait for the claps. You coming right, you know what I'm saying? Just go, B. We'll talk about that. But anyway.
I got you.
But yo, what's good, bro? How was your week, man?
Man, my week was all right, man. The weather's kind of weird, man. It's June, still need a jacket. I don't know what they're doing up there with that harp, but I digress.
Yeah, man. It's I don't know, some crazy stuff going on. The weather's been crazy in the wild too. But yeah, man, we're here, man. This is another episode of Iron Sharpeth Iron. And yeah, man, we about to get into it. If you guys don't know the format, you know, we went over live to a podcast. This is now a podcast being streamed everywhere. So the replays of last week's show is up. Right now is only available on Google Podcasts, but by Monday it should be everywhere else on Apple and Spotify and everywhere else. But yeah, so you guys know that you will be recorded and you will be streamed everywhere. So if you decide to spit on the mic, just know that you will be recorded. Now, if you want to spit, you want to come on the stage and spit, it's simple. Only thing you got to do is type iron in the chat. Type iron in the chat, and you will definitely be in the queue. So, what it do? I know we had a couple of hand raises up there, man. What the list looking like,
first
bro?
on the mic is Elizabeth Carpenter.
All day. You know what I'm saying? There's only one. Where she at? There's only one. Let's bring Lizzie on up to the stage. What's good, Lizzie?
Yeah, like, you know, I hate when you say my last name.
He put the hard R on the carpenter.
Carpenter.
Whole government out there. Everybody know who you is. What's good, Lizzie? What you got for us today?
All right. I have a piece for you called Duality from the Tree of Life.
Let's get it. Duality from the Tree of Life.
What's matter? You ask. It's the wellspring of energy, a cosmic dance, a tap of synergy. Born from matter's legacy, what is energy? A reciprocal dance, a cadence of the grand liturgy. How is energy from matter drawn? You inquire. In the motion, it's the friction, it's celestial fire, much like Eve sprung from Adam's rib, an echo in the choir. It's the intricate design of the creator's desire, the relationship between matter and energy, an internal flow as above, so below. The energy does glow, matter forms from the foundation, the stage of the show, as below, so above. What's born of this dance? It births mindfulness, a state of being, in the dance of consciousness. How does it cultivate mindfulness? Through the discernment, no less. It's the conscious ability to sift right from wrong, a process of how we learn to discernment, a question given body and mind, choosing the intention between good and evil, a consciousness of deliberation, a path of sometimes leads to suffering and vexation. How does this discernment cause pain and demise, given body and mind? The choice lies in our eyes between right and wrong. Suffer of good and evil cries, one path leads to life, the other the tree of suffering lies, the tree of suffering death. It's a wellspring of pain, the result of choice, a shadowy chain. How is this tree the source of human suffering and disdain? We're given a body and mind to suffer the consequences of our mind.
Wow. Wow. Right off rip. What the first thing I noticed about this is your approach. You know, you started this off more subtle. Then you usually go right in there and it feels like you're rushing. But this right here, you really paced yourself very well. And I definitely noticed the pacing. You didn't go running out like a horse coming out for a race. You came in very subtly, and you brought us along. Dope wordplay. I really dug the parallel you used with the trees. You know, the equations of death, the metaphysical principles you were using. You know, and I thought it was a dope piece, man. Very, very thought provoking. This was dope. And you said the name of this was The Duality of Life.
No, the piece is called Duality from the Tree of Life.
Yeah, Duality from the Tree of Life. Yeah, that's dope, man. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, and it's very thought provoking, man. I definitely look forward to listening to the replay and really like sinking my teeth into it, because you had a lot of principles in there, a lot of principles. What you thought about it, Payne?
I agree with everything you said, and I do appreciate Elizabeth kind of slowing down her cadence so we could get into the piece. However, I do have a little bit of advice. I listening to this poem, I had an idea that I thought would make the poem kind of pop a little bit, Elizabeth. If you recited this poem without the inflections in your cadence, like if you spit the poem with no emotion, like kind of robotic, like if you spit it kind of like, I didn't write down any of the lines of the poem, but if you spit it kind of like without any vocal inflections, just spit it like kind of monotone, I think it would give the poem like this sinister kind of undertone. That's just my opinion.
Dope. Very interesting. Yeah, I dig where you're coming from with that. You know, the animation and the voice, you know, if you drew back on it, it would bring a certain type of chill with it. I think it would hit
Right,
a little bit
it
colder.
would increase the seriousness of the
Yes.
tone if she
Yes.
took the inflections out.
Yeah, I think that would be dope. Maybe we could try it like that. But yeah, dope piece though, Lizzie, man. Dope piece, man. Definitely thank you for sharing that. So yeah, man, we starting off hot, man. Starting off the gate hot. You know what I mean? Already thinking, man. Already thinking. Okay, bro, who we got next on the list, man?
All around Queen Mama Ladasia.
Oh, coming to the stage. Let's give a warm welcome for the all-around queen, Mama O Ladasia.
Yahweh.
Hey, Mama.
All right, the name of this piece is called The Universe Always Says Yes. I had to be because I am. She said no, and the no was ignored. He carried on as it was meant to be. She lay still, thus was me. Did not come from the earth, nor will I be committed back to it. I had to be because I am. I said no. The no was not understood. He said yes, and a new son was born. I said yes, but he said I cannot. She came through the storm of my womb. He is because I am. They are because he could, determined to be. She is because I was. In the beginning, the universe said yes. Yes to 15 children, a tired womb, a womb weary from childbirth. She had an outhouse and a shack. She had a well. She did not say yes. She did not say no. She knew the answer was always yes. Submission trumps love. It would always be that way for them. He loved them. She loved them. He survived them. She endured them. They had to be because the universe always says yes. The stars always shine. The sun never says no. The moon always says yes. So I had to be so they could also be. I said no, but the answer is always yes. No protest is ever heard. This thing called procreation, this act so forcefully committed or so passionately rendered, mostly without consent, sometimes without love, what must be will be. The answer is always yes. Yet the cycle continues. I see all these grand little me's, and I know now and I understand why the no is always silent. The erection of correction stands firm, and what will be must somehow be. The moon cycle says yes to the womb of the water that was provided by the seed I was conceived. If not for him, I could never be. So I will never go back to the earth, nor be committed to the ground. I never touched the ground until they put me down to crawl. And I stood instead and walked at 7 months. And days later, I heard a beat drop, and I danced the rest of the way. They call me Vicky, but my real name is Oladeji. Poem.
The universe always says yes. This piece right here, man, was it was a display of storytelling, but it was intricate. It was very intricate. It felt like more of a I want to say like a family tree, you know, like a legacy, you know, like an origin, and it's profound. You had so many different dope lines in there. You said, and I thought you said this, but I want to make sure. You said submission trumps love.
Right.
That's that's deep. That's deep. It's so many pieces in it. It's so many bits and pieces in this poem that it just caught me stuck. I just caught myself stuck, and I'm just trying to, you know, work it out in my head and just ponder on its meaning. And this was a profound write, Mama. Like always, man. Your storytelling, the way you envelop the characters, what you're talking about in the story, you develop it piecemeal, you know, and you bring us along, man. It's just done masterfully, and this was a dope piece. What you thought about it, Payne?
Thank you, my darling poetic. The basic thing is that that's how we got here. We just got here because the universe said yes. No matter what we protest, no matter how it came about, in the end, we're here. And basically, I think you picked up that vibe, you know. So I really appreciate your comments. Thank you.
Definitely, Mama.
It definitely felt like a legacy piece, man, and you know, it's one of those pieces of mamas where I feel it's like I imagine like sitting around a campfire, and it's like the elders coming out, and we're about to hear a story, but it's almost like it's a parable or an allegory where we're supposed to get a message or learn something while we're listening to the story. And I agree with you 100%. The slow build, I should say, in the story just was it was captivating, and it really held my attention all the way through, Mama. But you good at that, and I just know that that's what you do. That's why I don't be knowing what to say sometimes, Mama, because I'm used to this. Like I'm used to this.
Most
Thank you,
definitely.
my darling son. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate that. I haven't read that one in a long time, but I just know that sometimes, you know, whatever it's going to be is just going to be, no matter what we try to do. It's meant to be. We're here. We're still breathing. So many people are not. And they're leaving here daily. So We were meant to be here. And like I said, I danced the rest of the way.
Definitely.
Thank you all.
Yeah, we love you, mama, for real.
Love you back. Thank you.
All right, Pink. Who we got next on the mic?
Oh yeah, I knew that. Next on the mic is Jada Luciano. Listen, if y'all want to get on the mic, press iron in the chat.
Yeah, type iron in the chat if you want to get on the mic, if you want to share. You said Jada's coming up next?
Yes, sir.
Let's give a warm welcome for Jada. Hey Jada, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good. How are you? How
I'm
y'all doing?
I'm good. What you gonna share today?
This piece is called "I'm Not Very Honest."
I like that title.
Fun fact: when I was little in elementary school, I kind of, sort of, accidentally took my mom's rent money. Yeah, and then my mom definitely beat me until I couldn't be beat no more. But I lived to tell the story, right? And that's all that matters. But it was just a clear testament to how I enjoy living life on the edge. I played football in high school. I'm one of, I think, 16 siblings. Can barely tell you half our names, but from what I know, we all came out pretty good. I'm a okay, all right. Let me stop playing with myself. I'm one hell of a poet. My poetry, probably the only place anyone could ever get a real piece of me, because as vulnerable as I am, true honesty just doesn't sit right with me. It took me a while to accept that honesty and vulnerability are not the same thing. Being honest is simply telling the truth, while the art of being vulnerable is being honest about your deepest, darkest secrets and feelings. And with this particular discovery, I realized I'm not very honest. I can sit in your face while crying and swear I'm okay. Preach love and take care of yourself every day, but never do the same. See, I have a bad habit of putting everyone else before me. No worries, here's mine. I can wait to eat tomorrow. I can make that money back, knowing that just means in these next 2 days I probably won't eat, and I should probably now take up 2 doubles this week. Yes, of course. I'll let you know if I need anything. Just means I probably won't ask for help unless I'm like dying or something, because I've honestly trained myself to think my loved ones wouldn't care until I'm like dying or something. But I can be vulnerable and tell you I love you, but won't say how much it's been killing me, that it's broken me down to the point where not even the pieces are recognizable. I'll tell you that what you said the other day hurt my feelings. Let you respond and tell me that it's me. I'll tell you you're right, but can never be honest and say how you gaslighted the hell out of me. We all know too well that a lick of gas next to a small flame is only a recipe for disaster. So I'd much rather not be honest, for honesty has always seemed to drive my relationship to the grave. I'd much rather take it to the grave, but I can be vulnerable and tell you how fragile this package is. That there was no way my heart was wrapped tight enough. I made sure I told the sender to make it as hard as possible. How did you make your way in with no instructions? I'll be vulnerable and tell you I'm hurting, but wasn't honest about not being okay like 3 weeks ago. Although I probably told you I missed you at the time. Wanted to fall asleep on the phone to you like we used to. Be vulnerable and tell you your touch is home, but can never be honest and say how your words could cut hard stones. So for just a second, I'll try to be honest. My name is Jada Cofield. I'm an imperfect believer, a daughter of the Most High. I was born on July 18, 2001 in Brooklyn, New York. I have a boy twin, and if you met him, clearly came out falling on his head. My favorite fruit is the mango. I love Italian food, and if I got rich, I'd be broke off dresses and shoes. I go crazy for the color blue. If I'm being honest, well, to this day you give me the blues. And if I'm still being honest, thinking about you make my face turn blue. And I guess I'm still being honest. Well, honestly, being honest is a level of vulnerability I don't think I'm ready for. So maybe I'll prepare better next time. or maybe not. Jada Luciano.
Wow. Wow. Once again, I'm blown away by you, Jada. Now, you let us in on a little bit of information. A little bit of information in this poem. For me, rather, you said that you're from Brooklyn. That just means something to me. Out of all people, it just means something to me. And for you to come and represent like this, yes, you are definitely from Brooklyn. And let's get into this, man. This poem started out for me as a self-affirming soliloquy, and then you shifted it. It started out storytelling. The way you started the poem, very conversational. It's like, did the poem start yet? Is this part of the poem, or are we working our way to the poem? It was very seamless. The cadence of this poem was dope. The way you brought us along through each stage of the story, because it started out storytelling, then you went into the soliloquy, and then, it's like you was talking straight to the person you're talking about. And what resonated with me was the vulnerability you was talking about. And the way you explained it in so many different variables of, how you were becoming vulnerable, and not so more so expecting vulnerability in return, but looking for that balance. This was a dope ass poem, let alone, the presentation of it. The presentation of this poem, I thought it was very witty. The way you delivered this poem was very witty. You kept my attention the entire poem, and I thought you did a remarkable job, man. Dope piece, Queen, for real. Payne, what you thought about it?
Your personality, soulless piece, your personality came through a lot in this piece. Your perspective, little pieces of your sense of humor. But the clincher for me, besides the writing of the poem, I thought the poem was very well written, but your delivery of this poem, aligning with uh, what the poem is about. Your delivery of this poem was excellent. It was captivating. Um, I just thought you did a good job of sounding vulnerable at times when you needed to, and sarcastic at times when you needed to, and you did a lot of things. You really used your voice and your cadence as an instrument that kind of went along with the poem, and I really picked up on that, and I thought that was dope just from a performance standpoint. But the poem was great, and I don't remember if I heard your work before, but I look forward to hearing you again.
Definitely, amazing job. Another thing I wanted to say about it, about the title, the way you drew the title from the name of the poem, you didn't get right into it right away. And it was dope the way you snuck it in there, and you was like, I'm not, I'm not very honest. But you show where that honesty was coming from. It wasn't coming from a malicious place, showing how you hide your feelings and hide the things that's going on and things of that nature. And I thought that was really dope, man. Dope. Great job, Queen. Great job.
Thank you guys so much.
Most definitely. All right, Payne, man. We get this is heating up, man. This is heating up, man, like a scorcher, bro. I don't know. Who we got next on the mic, man?
Yeah, bro. So nobody else got iron up in the chat. I see it's people, it's people down there, but they just came to listen.
What it was, nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't bite, we not, what I'm saying? We not gonna bite. We gonna give constructive criticism. That's our aim, the constructive criticism. So feel free. But if you don't want to share, it's cool. It's cool. We got a guy on this stage by the name of Written in Pain that got just endless amounts of pieces, man. This man got thousands of pieces, man.
I don't know what any of this means. I don't know what any of this means.
So
this is Iron Sharpeth Iron. It's not the Written in Pain show. It's not a feature.
You feel it, you know what I'm saying? You know how it is. You know, you got your role. You got to be funny. You know what I'm saying? Be funny. That's the be funny pain. And then it's the spit pain. Like, you know what I'm saying? Spit on demand. Like, just keep them cracking out one of them books and just keep turning the pages, bro.
All right, better than that. Jada want to come and spit a new piece she got.
Oh, word? An
Fact.
encore?
Yeah.
This is very unprecedented, and I'm
Yo,
with
this
it.
never happened before.
Yeah, this has never happened before.
Let's make mention of this.
Let's make a concession. This is a concession that's never happened, and rightfully so. Jada, man, you from Brooklyn already, so you get certain concessions alone just for that. But you know what I'm saying? You a dope ass poet.
No
as
one's
well.
ever spit twice. No one's ever spit twice on Iron Sharpeth Iron.
Yeah. This is unprecedented. So let's bring.
No
Jada
one's ever spit twice on Iron Sharpeth Iron.
back.
This is a big thing.
back to back. This
is a big thing.
Bring Jada back up onto the stage, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Now, Jada, you making Iron Sharpeth Iron history over here. Now the people gonna tell I know they gonna be in the streets. They gonna be like, yo, Black is on some nonsense. He on some Brooklyn. Cause I am on that Brooklyn bullshit. But like, yo, he making concessions like this. But this is the first time in history, man. This is history being made. Let's get it.
Yeah, y'all are hilarious. Okay, so I feel like y'all would really like this. It kind of has a rap cadence flow to it, but this year I just wanted to work on my bars and I just wanted to work.
Let's get it.
Kane ears went up. Yo, I seen his eyeballs get wide through the app, like for real. Like I seen it, like for real. Let's get it.
All right, here I go. My poetry is perfectly painted prophecies, perfectly wrapped in gold. When I spit, just go ahead and take a seat. Be ready for God to speak. I am only the messenger. The gems dropped is value we don't get for free. Can I see a ticket, please? I'm here to offer you some peace. My peace is the only things with bullets in them. Be aware I got a piece on me. I'm here to set your mind at ease. I got David energy. Any Goliath I'm facing ain't got no chance to see faith like Noah before the flood. Believe deeper than the woman issue with blood. I'm bearing myself on stage. I wish you could see the stages. If only you witnessed the phases. I'm moving at my own paces. I am my father's daughter, offering my body as a sacrifice for all of your snaps and claps and all of the oohs and ahs. But only if you knew how deep I had to cut before the applause. If only you knew the pain I felt stitching them my own scars while whipping up all these bars. If only you knew the agony, how I've been free all this time but still in bondage. And now I get to live for free, cause Christ died and rose for you and me. He gave us chance at life and eternity. Just because I told you my story don't mean you got a leg on me. Check your heart and respect levels, my G, before you speak to me.
Dope. Off rip. I love the alliteration start. You start off with the alliteration bars, starting off with the P, and it flowed very well. I really, took notice of your voice inflection. It really brought forth the sincerity in those words. Like when you got to those bars saying that you don't know what I've been through, I felt it. I really felt it. The inflection of your voice was right on point in bringing through that sincerity. The content, definitely on point. I resonate with the content. Dope piece overall. And you said this is a new piece?
Yeah, it's new. I was just gonna use it as like a cipher piece when I did shows or something like
Something
that.
you can have in the chamber. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's dope. That's dope. Yeah, this poem right here, it resonates with me. Definitely a piece that it is a statement piece. This is what I'm about. This is what I'm saying. This is what time I'm on, and it's felt. It's definitely felt. Great job, man. I thought it was dope. You got a title for it?
I don't know what to call it. I
Those
don't know
just
what to
those
call
just
it.
monkey bars. You just what I'm saying. You just going in there and you just what I'm saying.
Just
Yeah,
going bananas,
go
son.
bananas and just eat these
Going
bars right
bananas,
here.
son.
But dope,
I
Queen,
think
dope.
on here I said I got a piece on me. That's the title. I got a piece on me. Yeah.
Fitting,
Cause my
very
favorite
fitting.
bar in that joint, my piece, the only things with bullets in them, be aware I got a piece on me. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I
Yeah,
had to give
definitely,
myself props on that.
definitely sick wordplay. Wordplay definitely sick. Payne, what you thought about it?
I was digging it. I take in consideration that this is a new piece, so I'm asking you. You didn't really. You still kind of working with the cadence of this piece, right? Like you still kind of finding your way through how you want to spit it, right?
Yeah. It's like
Yeah,
I don't know how to
because you
feel because
change
at
it.
one, yeah, the cadence does change a little bit throughout.
Yeah, so you said you wanted to be a cipher piece, and it's dope. Like Black said, how you start with the alliteration that come across dope. It remind me of Tupac got a song called "If I Die Tonight," and it kind of remind me how he just jumped out with the alliteration in the beginning of the song. That's what that remind me of. It really especially you said for a cipher piece, that's dope because people will already be like, oh, she going in, but you got to keep that energy. How you started the piece, you got to keep that energy through the whole piece. I feel like sometimes you kind of go into like a poetic thing, then you try to go back into stay in beast mode, stay growling through that whole piece. When you come out with those P's, just keep that same energy in throughout the whole piece because it's definitely a dope cipher piece. And you got somebody with a studio or something. You throw a beat on that. Now we cooking.
Facts, facts. But yeah, that's definitely
That's
that's one of those pieces you can just pull out. Like what I'm saying. We all ciphering and y'all eat these bars real quick. But yeah, and like Payne said, you still working on it, and as you spit it more, you get more familiar with it. You'll be able to change that cadence, to suit the situation. You feel what I'm saying? Suit the beat or whatever the case may be. So yeah, man, dope piece, dope piece. All right,
Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all.
most definite, Queen, most definite. All right, did anybody else type iron in the chat, Payne? Man, I see some
They
heavy
can't hit
hitters.
it.
I see some heavy hitters down there. You know what I'm saying? I seen Me You
They
down there.
came
He
here to
broke
hear
out.
you.
They can't what?
All right, so I don't wanna botch hold on. I don't wanna botch this person's name because I wear glasses and it's not a lot of
Yes,
vowels involved.
you
So
definitely
I'ma
wear
just
glasses.
pull them up. I'm just gonna pull them up to the stage and let them, what I'm saying, so I could get their name pronounced the right way.
Hi, y'all. I'm Kizzy Colors. I'm an alien from inner space, sent to save the human race. With style and grace and a smile on my face, I'm Krizzy Colors, and I'm so honored to be in this space.
I love your energy, man. I mean, I really do love your energy. Your energy came off across to me as very vibrant. Crizzy, I like that, B. I like that. Crizzy, what you got for us today, Crizzy?
See, I was
So
about to really, I was gonna call you Cry. I was about to call you Cry Z. See, that would have been bad.
it's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay. Hey, like, I love when people pronounce my name in different ways because it's just an opportunity for conversation and an elucidation. So say my name however you like, and I'll correct you when the time comes.
I love it. I love it. You got the
Um,
stage, Queen.
but I would like to share a piece that it just popped up. Like as a, when you go online and it'll be like this day, this year, blah, blah, blah. So it was something I wrote in 2018. And I really just felt like I wanted to share it. And I came on Clubhouse and I saw this room was open. So I hope y'all like it. This is called The Master of Manipulation. Whose lands are you occupying? Do you even know the name of the tribe? Do you bother to build safe spaces after pride? Or is LGBT just a feather in your cap, an accolade to collect while you colonize and distract? Whose children have you allowed to be incarcerated in empty Walmarts and camps? How many children sold into sexual slavery by this government's hands? How many Black mothers have died at the hands of police? How much brutality and murder have they brought to these streets? How many children have been killed by their misogynistic peers? How many more young girls and women will recall rapes through tears? How much more molestation with no consequences for their attackers? How many more Indigenous women need to die for manifest destiny factors? How many hate crimes? Are these our end times? How many Muslims have just clear up disappeared? How many Jewish cemeteries destroyed by white supremacy's unhinged fears? How many swastikas? How many burning crosses? How many lynchings? How many more losses? How much blood? How much blood is on your hands? How much life have you stamped out just to continue living on this land? How much is the value of your privileged existences? How many more before you resist these barbaric instances? How many military bases? 1,022 worldwide isn't enough? How many foreign interventions? How much black gold blow and snuff? How many more poor black, brown, and white kids need to be sent off to go die and kill? How many poor kids cut down by this government's will? How many more invasions? How many more dictatorships? How much more psychological warfare will manipulate this relationship? How many more games are they going to play with you before you wake up? How deep is this matrix? Have the lies filled your cup? Will you imbibe the wine and the swine of our times? How many more lies? How much has your moral compass realigned to simply survive? How many more lies will you ingest, digest, and regurgitate? How many more have to die before you let go of your hate? Where's your humanity, mate?
Wow. Absolutely amazing. The content of this poem, the things that you're bringing awareness to is very needed. You said you wrote this in 2018. Very, very relevant to 2023.
Indeed.
This is a timeless piece. This is a timeless piece. Very thought-provoking. Very emphatic. I love the way you raise the tone of your voice to reflect the true sentiment of the anguish that you feel. It comes off like a breath of fresh air. Wow.
Thank you.
Poems like this, for me, the type of writer that I am, I really resonate with poetry like this, because for me, poetry is something that we become duty bound. We become duty bound to inform people, to make people aware of what's going on. A good poet should share the times. It should reflect the times in their poetry. Calling people to certain things, and what you was calling the people to in this poem, was everything that we need to really flourish and be human. It really transcended race. This was a universal message. This was a universal message. And I thought you did a phenomenal job, man. I thought you did a phenomenal job. Kudos to you, Queen, for real. Payne, what you thought about it?
Thank you.
This poem was just truthful, man. It was so much truth in this poem, and then to know that it was written in 2018, is like, that's just the sad reality of the situation. But the poem is definitely, I mean, you could read this now anywhere, and people would resonate with what you were saying because it was so honest. And I agree with Black. Your delivery of it, I would use the term like frantic, like you had it was like a frantic kind of tone, or like it was an immediate, uh,
Call to action.
yes,
Yes.
yes, yeah. And I picked up on that, and I like things like that. It's little things like that that make the poetry more palpable. So, thank you for coming here and sharing that with us.
Yeah,
No,
dope.
thank you for allowing me the space to do so. I haven't been on stage in 5 years.
Wow.
So I've only shared poetry like a handful of times since these last 5 years. I've been dealing with some health issues. So I really was like, God, like give me a sign because I want to share myself and share my work with the world again in a big way. And this room came up and I was like, oh, this is the sign. So thank you for creating this space. It's really important to have spaces like this.
Definitely. We appreciate you too. We appreciate you sharing your art, Queen, for real. Wow, man. The master of manipulation, man. So fitting. Great piece. Great piece. All right, Payne, what do we got time for one more before intermission? Yeah, we got time for one more before intermission. Did anybody
Got
else?
time for one more before intermission, but listen, okay? Because when you go first every time, and
Okay.
it makes me sound like I'm just like it
I
makes me sound like
so for luck,
it
this is what
makes
we're
me
gonna
sound
do.
like I don't have my own
All right, this is what
mind.
we're gonna do.
I
This is what
just
we're gonna do. The next three poets, man, you're gonna go first. You're gonna go
thank you,
first.
man, because I want people to know, like, I'm just not
You
here
got a
just
brain
saying
too.
whatever you say.
You
Yeah,
got.
exactly. Thank
All right, go ahead, bro. All right, who we got next on the
you.
mic, man?
Next on the mic is Mr. Fun.
All right, let's bring the brother up.
What's happening, partner?
What's good? What's
What's
good?
going on?
Same shit, different toilet bowl, but it all flush the same except for in Australia.
Ah. What's good, bro? What you got for us today, man?
All right, so I need, first of all, I need time on this piece. I need to understand, like, because I don't time it for some reason. I just forget,
So
you
you,
know.
so you want me to time it for you?
Yeah. Time this piece for me, and just, give me feedback. Just tell me what you
I got you,
think.
my brother.
Oh,
I got you.
are you using this piece for like a slam or something?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Like we'll see. It's something new. I'm working on my first poetry book, even though I've published a bunch of other books. But I feel like this might be one of those performance pieces that I'm gonna have to do. So I like to kind of, if somebody tell me I got a 20-minute show, I like to be able to know which poems, which haiku I'm be able to jump in there with, X, Y, and Z.
Okay,
All right.
Yeah.
got you.
All
Got
right.
you, brother. All right. Let me I'll start the time as soon as you start.
1. When you reach the end, you may have questions. Will I look like a failure? What did I do wrong? Who can I talk to? Where's God in all this? Am I ready to be alone? You know it's over when you tell them we were a blend of moth and volcano. She ran some love like it was oxygen. I finally learned to stop hyperventilating, quit being a crash test dummy on a conveyor belt of you need to do more. I was good to her. She puppeteered me with chains. The only option I had was to ginsu my freedom too. When they ask, how do you know it's over? It's the day I realized I was a consolation prize in an auction house of memories. Maybe it's when, in a garden of stardust, she only wanted to plant graveyards. Did you know a wasp will make zombies of caterpillars? Some days I wonder if that's why I felt too dead inside to butterfly, why no one could see the Gotham it took to Joker this face 3. Here's where I stopped counting. Because no one cares when a man carries the relationship and his shoulders are more like outdated levees that over time depression suits so well it feels like a tailor made suit. I could not fashion my throat to trampoline. I need help. It was anchored to the pit of my stomach, so I stayed with this angry deity. And let's be honest, suffering in silence until you drown is a religion most men find themselves baptized in. 2 decades, I question, was I a good father, a good husband? I've always been able to origami myself into a paper champion to look like a public success, but a private aftermath of mistakes when Jesus is on the main line, but your call keeps dropping because manhood is a really bad area and GPS is always rerouting, so you can't ask for direction to be told divorce is not of God. Just pray, hold on, this too shall pass. I say to hell with that. I'm not okay. The definition of tomorrow is you'll never get there. No matter how much time passes, today is always present. So I made a promise to jailbreak this run on sentence, period. Start over, move on. Don't worry about the questions. Don't try to fix what your hands didn't break. We are all a band of wounded symphonies, a parade of hiding our vulnerabilities in the shadows. We are a concert of awkward I told you souls, standing face to face with every rejection on display. This is an apology for being parked here too long. This heart pumps Kool-Aid, adrenaline flavored. Every step toward being okay, the gear shift. I finally learned how to stop marching in place and not question when it's time to walk away. Poem.
Two minutes and 48 seconds.
That means I could slam this shit. Nice.
Mr. Fun, man.
But partner.
Yeah, man. There was this line you said, man. I can't remember the whole line, but a little bit before you said origami myself. Can you say that line again, brother?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know too.
2 decades, I question, was I a good father, a good husband? I've always been able to origami myself into a paper champion, to look like a public success, but a private aftermath of mistakes.
Yeah, man, that resonated. That resonated with me, man. It stuck out in my head, man. That whole part right there, man. Those stanzas right there, that was a poem within the poem, man. And your delivery of this poem, the clarity in your delivery, man, your wordplay, the way that you the way that you made me feel emotional in the poem without you getting emotional in the poem was dope too. And I enjoyed that piece, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, my brother. You said Ginsu my freedom. You said Ginsu my freedom. Yo, the wordplay and metaphors in this was crazy. It was chock full of metaphors that was dope and thought provoking. You know, sometimes people overladen poems with metaphors that really don't make sense or really don't make you think. All these metaphors made me think, man. This is definitely a slam piece. One thing I was thinking about, if you did decide to use this as a slam piece, when they call you to the stage, you know how you waiting to come to the stage and the MC come up and he's like, coming to the stage, Mr. Fun. While you walk into the stage, you start this piece. Start this piece while you walking towards the stage. And man, it resonated. I seen the whole scene while you were spitting this joint. Like Payne said, the lack of emotion. You didn't really put a lot of inflection in your voice. It was more so of robotic, controlled type of cadence. You kept it very restricted, and you didn't go all over the place. You kept it a certain tone, and I knew it was deliberate, and it lends to the greatness of this poem. I thought this was dope, man. As far as a slam piece, bro, this is definitely a slam piece. This is definitely gonna, it's not too complex where it will go over people's heads. These are metaphors that people can actually take out and resonate with. They're not like astronomical metaphors. So I thought you did a great job with that. This was a phenomenal piece, man. You should definitely put this in your arsenal to slam with, for real.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate
Definitely,
y'all
man.
both.
Definitely, my brother. Definitely. All right, Payne. We got scorches tonight. We got time for probably one more before the intermission. What do you think? Just keep your
I don't
phone.
know.
Just keep your phone off mute, man. Just know what I'm saying? Like, damn, bro. I know it's
I
that
was
short term
talking too.
memory.
Nah, after Mr.
You getting old.
Here
That's
we
what it
go.
is, bro. You're getting old.
Here we go.
It happens, bro.
Here we go.
It happens when you get up there in age, and you're reaching
Wow.
that threshold, man, because you're getting
Wow.
you starting to become old. Because I'm starting to see it, bro. I remember when you was fresh on your feet, man. I remember you had the you know what I'm saying, the dancy legs, man. You was twinkle toes. You was on your toes, B. But now, man, in this old age, you know what I'm saying?
I used to be a contender.
You used to be quick on the draw. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't get one pass on you. You had to be up pretty early in the morning, man. But now, man, Clubhouse be having you, brother. Your glasses, man. What's going on, man? I'm here for you, man. If we need to have an intervention, we will, man. We will,
man. Listen. I had a long day. All right. I mean, but it was crazy because right after Mr. Fun Peace, I was right on it because I was like, I don't get to go first. So I was ready. I was on my hind leg like soon as he finished, and I was like, "Oh, brother," I said all of this, and you like, "Payne, you're on mute," and I'm like,
I know people be hearing me say it. I keep saying it because I be knowing he be talking. He be ready, but he just be forgetting that he got to unmute the button, man. It's a process, man. You got to get in his head. That's what it is, bro. But yeah, man, we got time for one more. Who we got?
Listen, we could go on break now, man.
We can go on break now?
Break now.
All right, let's
take the break now. So listen. This is what we're going to do. If you want to get on the mic, type iron in the chat. When we come back from the break, it'll be Russ getting on the mic.
All right. So we'll be back right after these messages. And now, 2 cents with Written in Pain. Cohabitation. Fellas, there's some truths that we got to deal with, right? I mean, so you meet her, right? She's fucking hot. Face like bling, body like pow, booty like hello. And she's into you and you into her, and it's the whole relationship is like a Music Soul Child album. So you like, I can't be without this woman. I want to wake up and see her shoes next to my shoes. I don't want her shoes nowhere else but next to mine. And you know what happens? She wants her shoes next to your shoes too, and you guys move in and whoo. Do you remember, fellas? Do you remember spontaneous professionals in the shower? Waking up to booty. You ain't even brush your teeth. Booty. Remember she used to wear that little thing for you and used to walk by and used to go, come here, girl. And she used to come. Hold on. When you used to say, come here, girl, she would come. So what happens? Want to start a family? Pop out a few mini-me's? Pop out a few more? But somewhere along the way, man, the vagina's on yield. Am I wrong? Is it just me? The vagina's on yield. This thing's slower than a turtle carrying luggage. And I mean, you're having conversations about it, but it's minimized because there's bigger fish to fry. We got kids to raise. We got bills to pay. Ain't nobody think about your penis. But what happens? When did your penis not become this thing to be admired, to be caressed, held, kissed even?
Now it's just looked at as a baby-making, death destroyer, life-changing tool of mass destruction. And your every horny hard-on against her thigh, all she hears is, mommy. And that thing turned to the Sahara Desert. I'm making this because I had a summit with some of my brothers because I thought I stood alone. I thought there was something wrong with me. I thought there was something wrong with her. I thought there was something wrong with our house. I had a summit with my brother, had a correlation with my brothers, and I found out that vagina drying up all over the world. We need to stand up. You know, a long time ago, 1 million men got together in Washington, D.C., right around the Washington Monument, which looks like a penis, and stood for justice. But I think it's time for us to come together again and stand for something else, because we're standing every morning, we're standing every night, and who cares? Who cares? Do they care? We got to embrace each other, not in that way, but we got to hold each other down. We got to be able to have conversation with each other, brothers. We can't be shy about this. You need a shoulder to cry on. You need to be able to have your brother talk to you like, what's wrong, man? I took a blue pill and some of that stay up honey they got in the corner store with my last $10. I was ready. Smoked me a little horny goat weed. I was ready. She said tonight was going to be the night. I pre-gamed. I prepared. And she said she had a headache. So here at Spoken Soul Sessions, we are creating a hotline. It will be 1-800-888-SHIT-DRY. 1-800-888-SHIT-DRY. You can either request myself or Poetic Black, who I'm sure has his own queries about cohabitation. Brothers, we here for each other, even when she ain't here for you. Come to us, because we know you can't come to her. That's my 2 cents.
I sought to pen this with tremendous effort to outline the details of this sick. This missive is descriptive, with the intention to be authentic, and who can question the authenticity of the wayward grabbing for straws? My flaws are on full display, served on a tarnished tray for your enjoyment. This resentment is ingrained. The thoughts of what could have been is plaguing the remains of a heart aching. Perhaps I was just misunderstood. The good was paved by my intentions, though I fell short. Caught in between righteous and right now, I live in my truth. The proof that what won't break you will only make you stronger. The longer I live, the more I see that. Wish you could see that. Wish you could believe that people can change, and not just for the worse. Wish you knew you were first, despite what I've said. In spite of emotions, life is motion, and sometimes the pieces don't come back together, and I'm okay with that. Would that be the reason to believe in something greater that never wavered? Just a better understanding, notwithstanding my gripes. I mean, after all, we all have those. I suppose this prose is to highlight that, but it's more than that. It's an attempt to convey what was never really said, to clear up all the regrets that's been residing in my head rent-free. I guess eventually you'll get evicted. Perhaps our fate was predicted by the stars. No chance in realignment, just confinement with my mistakes. Taking chances, taking you for granted was my biggest one. There's no fun when a rabbit has the gun. I see that now. Funny how your past transgressions dictates your future trajectory, good and bad. Bad thing is when it rains, it pours. Poor decisions and lack of vision leads to delusion. The illusion that my state of confusion was needed. I'm sorry.
Pyramids in the midst of mind's eye, searching symbols to divide I. They solicit half truths, the other half they hold, burying holes. So the story isn't whole, but behold, the quest isn't just to be whole. Mercy to those who pawned their soul for fool's gold. To leave the flesh, to simply embrace death, well, that's a fool's goal. For real, I gotta fulfill this legacy. It beckons me like destiny embedded in ancestry, yet celestial questions get answered in blessings. These are the spaces, places, there remains no confusion, just fusion. But what vibration are we using when musing? I swear, I swear last night in a dream, Huey P told me we better than this. We done turned bitch smack. We used to be a black fist. Now we got a lot of woke actors acting as activists, condoning the moment. But what's after this? Another meme to stream? I'm often reminded we find with being binded to the same BS we've been confined with. So let me get this right. You're not your brother's keeper. You your brother's killer of dreams, self-esteems, and a blur. I concur, no defer. Why do we try so hard to be what they said we were? Why are you so proud you're not allowed to bow to her? We have lost our way. Imagine being born with a crown only to watch it get tossed away. In this life, you damn lucky to see 80 birthdays. Some of them you won't remember. A lot of them you don't remember. But the time ain't real. Face it. We make it to waste it. How do you take yours? When I was a kid, I thought I had plenty. I feel like my kids don't have any. The gifted can feel it, shift it. Moving lateral like a natural mystic. It's a soul train coming, and you're going to be hurt if you missed it. That was Rennie Payne.
Dope. Dope, bro. Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you, brother.
yeah, man. The mic is definitely adequately warmed back up. Got a little cold, but it warmed back up, man. Yeah, man. That was a dope ass piece, bro, man. It was a couple of
Thank
lines
you,
in
brother.
there, man, that had me thinking, man. You say a lot of them you don't remember. Sit down and think about that. How many birthdays you remember? You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's deep, man, deep. So yeah, man. You said that Russ was coming up next on the mic.
Yeah.
Oh
You
man,
saw how he bullied us earlier at his show, saw
yo,
how he treated us.
no, but I enjoyed myself at Russ Show today. Today, man, I really enjoyed myself.
It was a
The
great show.
conversation was great. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah,
poetry was just phenomenal.
it
Those type
was.
of spaces that, where it's really a deep dive on, the poetry, on just even topics, us being a community and we just discussing things, is dope, man. It's needed, man. It's very much needed, man. I really appreciate that platform, man. So let's bring our brother Russ up to the stage. Hey, Russ.
Listen, I mean, the energy was crazy today. And yes, I was so glad that you two were part of that. You know, like it just was like, it was like really feelingful conversation where everybody was invested, and then that manifested in the poetry, like, and then, you know, the three that did the reflections kind of stitched the whole fabric back together. It was beauty.
Definitely.
It's
So
so great. That part of it is so great. The reflection aspect of it and the people that are able to do that, man. It's a real art to that.
Definitely.
yeah, true. It's its own exercise. And so, you know, there's several people who are onto that, where they eagerly raise their hand at that opportunity because they want to practice that. Like, let me go deep on, you know, sacred listening for 4 or 5 pieces in a row, and hone my skills at reflection, so that it's, you know, it's like its own little shop on the side, man.
Yeah, see, Payne tried to get me to drink the Kool-Aid before, man. And I didn't drink the Kool-Aid, man. I didn't drink the Kool-Aid. But now I done took a sip of the Kool-Aid, and now, you know what I'm saying, I'm over here reflecting, man. I think, Russ, you might be my clubhouse therapist, man. I don't know.
Told you, brother.
Yeah, I see what you talk about, Payne. You know what I'm saying?
Told you.
He told me he was on the couch over there. He was laying on the couch, man. It felt so invigorating. And I see what he's talking about, man. I see what he's talking about, bro. Oh, man.
Well, listen, there's something good happening there. You know how cautious I am about calling myself a therapist in these relationships, because it implies a certain professional obligation. So I'm quite explicit about saying, well, no, I'm not actually anybody's therapist, and we're doing this beautiful thing together, where it's all of us, you know, bringing our best capacities to community, in the service of healing. And yes, I definitely am interested in bringing my best capacities, but don't call me a therapist.
Yeah. But yeah, Russ, man, what you got for us today, man? What you got for? We about to lay on the couch right now. Go ahead, man. You got it right
now. Yeah. I give as good as I get. It's good. But let me, may I let you know about something that's coming up?
Definitely.
So, in the time slot where I was doing Poem Exploder, I'm putting in what's probably going to be initially monthly or maybe bi-monthly, something called The Workshop. And this coming Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, in Empathy Save the Species, we're going to do a room. It's going to involve explaining the idea and putting something in motion in terms of a collaborative inquiry through poetry. And I think you'll all dig it. So come through.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we'll be in the building. Definitely.
Okay, great. I need y'all. All right.
I will definitely be there.
Okay, cool. Here we go. I'm still working on this one. Oh, here we go. We were fellow vagrants, making declarative statements on pavement, balling outside dance halls, between sets. All right, bet. We held sway, petitioners on the human condition, no real way to know whether we'll tend toward the civil or rather swivel to sniveling as soon as the gavel drops. Yo, what was I saying? Oh yeah, might we sleep better after taking the leap? Lured to the uncertainty of the absurd, hope is a hell of a trope where it'd be dope to cope. Hope is a fallopian tube, a groove vessel delivering us from nothingness to existence. Then we choose. Would we prefer resistance or persistence? Hence the art. Like, shoot for the fences, defenseless. Art is whole heart commitment to invoke invincibility in any principality. Art is mutuality through radical selfhood, or something in that neighborhood. Big bands, Big bands open hands at the gate to promised lands. It takes some lush tones to make a house a home. Trombone phonemes gleam, a sort of euphonium pandemonium, drawing on memories of veracity and presence of sagacity. Our guitar partisan, Jeff Lockhart. That's Locke, if you want to be friends. Locke says, expand your capacity. Let plastic minds grind to rhythmic gymnastics. Listen. What makes a good listener is having a good dinner. Needs must be met before paying debts of gratitude to sacred latitudes, to the muses. That's art. And yet there are drastic detractors. These fast food blasters are cast to ask, what's the matter with a bad attitude if you can scat to it? Bad attitudes? Well, bad attitudes result in platitudes. While art gets carted off to parts unknown, then art has no home. Where ablation of elation is a fatuous fate. Like if you're going to be nasty, maybe better try fasting. Like if your scenery is bleeding, just move past me. Leave out your greed seeds. Pardon me, I've got my own garden. Like you're too far-fetched for blessing, just don't mess with me. Oh, I see. You're from that factory that mixes sophistry with illiteracy. Like that's not scat. It's more like pat answers when you can't even dance. I'm starting to sound snake-bit. Swallowing bitter pills make me bitter. Maybe better to accept this anointment with disappointment. Loins, purloined, in blue juke joints. If I tell what befell me, there'll be hell to pay. I'd sooner bray like a donkey than monkey around with money. Fix me some sick elixirs before putrid lucre. I prefer a refulgent suture culture. I align with open wounds, gleaming like opal-laden topiaries, like pain reveals the universe, like pain is a toll booth. Because I can't seal it until I can fully feel it. And peace.
Man, Russ, man. Uh, the content of the poem, I'm gonna leave that to Black because that's what he likes to talk about. Your writing, I, you do a lot of things. I said this to you before. You do a lot of things with words that I'm a fan of, that I really dig. There's a couple of lines in the beginning that you said that I don't remember. First of all, wait. Let me start by saying, ending your poem. What did you say? Pain is not a toll booth. That was a winner for me personally, you got me in the
Um,
field with that.
well,
With that line.
I said pain is a toll booth. I prefer
Yeah,
a refulgent suture culture. I align with open wounds, gleaming like opal-laden topiaries. Like pain reveals the universe. Like pain is a toll booth. Because I can't seal it
That
until
was
I can
so.
fully feel it. Yeah.
That was dope. That was dope. You sneak in alliteration, right? Like you don't try to purposely make it the focal point. You sneak it in there. There was a line you said, starting the sound. It was just the way you said it. You used to starting the sound snake bit.
Yeah,
And
I
I
got a
like
kick out of that.
I see what you did there, Russ. And the way you rhyme, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of. You do it a lot. It was too many to catch, but the one I remember was Mind's Grind, the rhythmic gymnastics. It's this little. It's little. I like what you do over there, Russ. I really like the way you write your poems. I do. I'm a fan of rhyme schemes anyway, as people could probably tell. I'm a fan of rhyme schemes, but the way you do it, it's very it's very entertaining, man. So yeah, man, I appreciate you for coming through with that piece. Black.
Well, you know it's mutual.
Oh man.
Thank you, brother.
Oh man. This poem right here was everything. We gonna get into it. Pain is right. I really did content. And this poem right here, from the very first line, we were fellow vagrants. My ears went up. My ears went up. You know,
Okay.
I thought aimless. We were fellow vagrants. We were succumbing to our environment, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? We were products of our environment, you know, and in this poem, man, you kind of illustrated all of the things that people go through to get to where they're at, you know, and it was like, it was just profound, you know, in my head, you know, and this is just for me, man. You remind me of somebody. You remind me of somebody. It may not be the person you think, or you were like, well, who is that? Well, this individual, I don't know if you know him. His name is Tim Wise. His name is Tim Wise, and
I gotta look him up.
yeah, he's in the conscious community. But the
Ah.
way he talks, the way he speaks, and he happens to be white. That's just a coincidence. But the way he talks, the emphatic way he talks, and the way he delivers his message is just profound. You can tell that a person is definitely in tune. When I hear your poetry, Russ, I know that you are in tune. You got solutions. It's like I hear in your
I got problems too,
yeah,
but you know.
indeed. We see the problems. We see the
Oh,
problems,
good.
but the
Wouldn't want
problems,
wouldn't want to had that shit.
yeah, the problems are beautiful though. You know, because the problems is what cause you to reflect.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Because if you don't have those problems, you be like, yo, why is my life going through this? Why I'm going through these changes? It makes you reflect. It gives you that sense of like, yo, let me sit down and let me think this thing through. But this poem right here, like Payne said, the alliteration that you sneak in there, your the wordplay, man. It was this one line you said in the beginning about when the gavel slammed. You know what I'm saying? Like we were waiting, we were anticipating that gavel. You know what I'm saying? Like we just waiting our turn. And what I got from this is like, yo, it's like it resonated with so many different parts of my life.
Oh wow.
Because I'm like, damn, you know, I remember when I was young and certain circumstances that happened to me when I was young, things I had to go through. I'm sitting there, I'm reflecting, I'm like, wow, this is what it was. I was a product of the environment, you know, just
Yeah.
waiting for my turn. And it was
Oh
deep,
yeah.
man. What you was bringing awareness to was absolutely profound. I love this piece. You know, this piece right here is something that we definitely you got to put this in your repertoire, like for real, man. This piece hits. It really hits, man. Thank you for sharing this piece, Russ. For real, man.
Well, I appreciate the feedback. Here's the thing. I arrived at this piece in a completely unexpected and unique fashion that I'm quite confident is replicable. And that's what I want to talk about on Wednesday. Like I want to tell how I got there, what was happening when I wrote the piece, and invite other people to go through the same process and see what comes out. So we'll talk more on Wednesday about that.
Oh, definitely, man. Definitely. Now I'm really looking forward to it. You know what I'm saying? You had me, I felt like I was back in college, you know what I'm saying, at the at the show earlier today. I was like, wow, man, I got my pen and my pad and I'm sitting here, man, and I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? This is old familiar. This is old familiar. It's beautiful though, man. Appreciate you, Russ, man. I really appreciate you and what
Listen,
you do, my brother.
right back at you.
Definitely.
Thank you for coming by, Russ, man. We
Thanks a lot.
appreciate
All right, Payne. Who we got next on the mic?
it. Okay, so I know it's a few people that would like to recite again, but I want to let the people who have not recited yet get a chance to go first. With that said, and I got you. If you want to spit again, I got y'all. But we're gonna let Boo get on the mic next. Boo, uh,
Oh,
yeah.
let's bring Boo up to the stage. Hey, Boo.
Mute, sorry. Hello.
Hey,
How are
what's
you guys
going
doing?
on?
Just doing paperwork.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. How you feeling tonight?
Okay.
What you got?
Thank you.
What you?
Just trying to catch up on all my lame paperwork for work.
I feel you. The man got you under. The man got you under the water. You know, working on the
Yep.
shiffer row. I know how it goes. I know how it goes. What you got for us tonight?
Something that's someone requested me to read, so I'll read that one.
Okay, let's get it.
Hint, hint. No, I'm kidding. Okay. All right. So, this is called adoration. So, lover, let me adore you. I want to declare my love for you to the universe. Let me call your name to the sun and stars. Let me scream my devotion to the ocean's depths and the earth's molten core. Why should any corner of the cosmos be denied your radiance? Let the galaxies themselves praise your divine embrace as I do. Recall how united we were, intoxicated on passion. I want to caress you like the winds wave on the sandy shore, endlessly, endlessly, pulling back some small grain of you to myself with each retreat until our atoms dance intertwined, the electric nuclear tango of fusion. Let me be your satellite, your moon, circling slowly round the edge of your magnificence, you always in my gaze and I, caught in the gravitational pull of tantric longing, wanting, wanting. Dizzy with desires for your presence, consume me as the candle's flame is in the air and the light absorbs the darkness, till our essences are one. Devoted, admiration. I need no altar to kneel upon because you are my mantra and my reason. No question where my devotion resides. It's here within the monochromatic moments of his starving artistic mouth whispers your name. Tears of joy rain upon fragrant flower petals, vespers with an evening breeze that douse the flames of two hearts at war. Because, darling, you are my Mecca, and I, your pilgrim. End poem.
Wow. Wow. Now, damn, talking about love. Damn, boo. You said some damn, you said some shit. You set it off. Lover, let me adore you. Lover, let me adore you. That's how you prefaced everything you said after that. Lover, let me adore you. And everything that led up into this poem showed the depths of your adoration. And wow, you know, the metaphors you used in here, it was like deep, profound, and meaning. But I was like, damn, this is a crazy type of love. You said, let me be your satellite. That's a different. I heard of people putting GPSs on people and shit. You know what I'm saying? And but when you got that type of love, like I'm covering you like that. I'm on you. You dig what I'm saying? This is a type of love to aspire to, and I thought this was profound. No altar to kneel to, like you're devoted, and it just screams the sentiment of devotion, loyalty, and love. And I thought it was dope, man. I thought it was beautiful. In the very essence of the words you chose to gather, they were just beautiful words, man. Beautiful. Profound. Payne, what you thought about it, bro?
Thank you.
It was a beautiful piece of work. It was beautiful and it was emotional and it felt intimate. And you had you have a cadence that was very well suited for that piece. Uh, yeah, boo, that was great. I could see you kind of like reciting that poem, like like in an intimate setting. And the poem felt real. It reminded me of like I don't know if you ever been to like one of those jam sessions where like they got like a jazz band or whatever, and it's like a speakeasy or something. But it gave me those kind of vibes, and it just felt very intimate. I appreciate you.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Definitely. That was beautiful, man. I feel rosy now, bro. You know, they got Poetic Black up here feeling very rosy, man. I don't supposed to be feeling rosy, man. I'm supposed to be feeling this way, man. You know what's going on, man. I'm feeling tingly inside. But this is dope, though. Thank you, Boo, for coming through, sharing that with the people. Payne, who we got, man? Who we got on the who we got on the mic?
I don't know if I'm comfortable being on stage with you while you tingly, but I'll say
Very uncharacteristic of me. Poetic black.
so. If nobody else,
So you saying we
we're
got
gonna do.
we got an early night tonight? That's what you trying to tell me? You know what
I
I'm
mean, a
saying?
couple of people want to go again.
All right, we can do that. You know what I'm saying? But if we got a,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, early night, you know what I'm saying? I be doing some things, man. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I know. So, but Mama and Elizabeth definitely want to touch the mic again.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. All right, so
All right.
who we bringing up first?
First is Mama
Of
Oladeji.
course. Let's bring Mama Oladeji. Hey, Mama.
All right. Yes, Russ already heard this one, so I wanted to get some feedback on it from you all. And it's called The Aches of Love Required It. And if you ever had someone you really love just flip on you and just like, you don't even act like they don't even like you, let alone love you. Here we go. I think Boo heard it already too, but I want to get y'all's opinion on it. The Aches of Love Required It is the name of this piece by Mama Oladeji. Seems you don't beam when I flow merrily, merrily down your stream. But I still row my boat, and I'm waiting on that gleam. You know, that shine in your eye. You sit emotionless whenever I do my best to intoxicate you with my romantic jest. I behest you to show a sign that what I give to you is divine, leaves me to question, are you really mine? Your once radiant demeanor is but a dull shine. Seems your lustrum is void of sheen. You're no longer gratifying, but mean. So distant. Your thoughts seem so far away. Are we even sharing the same room? Your mood and strange attitude, a moody stranger who no longer hums to my tune. I may quit trying before that we finish. I'm dying while waiting, alive at my own funeral, waiting on love to be replenished. The extreme contempt and disinterest has taken its toll. Love is exempt and no more gut moans, only monotones. I can't replenish your interest, blatant disinterest. I could have taken you to the peak, but your contempt has left me exempt. Your bad attitude and bad moods, I brood as I prepare your food. I'm so confused. I can no longer continue alone. No more romantic glances. I feel choked, cloaked in misery, hurting, tormented, unreciprocated emotions. What spirit has entered you, haunting me? Who is my angry host, my unrequited ghost? Even my clitoris is confused. I wait, praying that you'll pay your debt and come back. And once again, I'll be yours to use unconditionally. Poem.
Wow, Mama. Wow. Let's get into it. The aches of love required it. Required it. Dope title. Dope title. What screamed out to me initially, the sentiment of reciprocation, the sentiment of, taking someone for granted. Oftentimes when we get in relationships, that's why they say it's always good to renew the relationships, to do things different, be spontaneous, do new adventurous things so that the relationship don't get stale. People tend to draw away from each other, tend to, take each other for granted. When you have something there placed before you, it's you can easily fall into being complacent and, neglecting your mate. Not like taking for granted the little kindnesses, the small kindnesses that they do on the day to day to give you pleasure. It go unnoticed, and it's just a thing of just familiarity. You just being familiar with someone, and you're like, oh well, I know my coffee gonna be made in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I know when I wake up in the morning, I'm gonna get some coffee. Never mind how the coffee got there. The getting up early, making sure that, it was hot and the creamer was good and all these different things, it goes unnoticed. And people tend to take people for granted. And this is what it screamed to me in this poem. You had said you said one line, you said your contempt has left me. Your contempt, can you repeat that one line right there? Finish that line. Your contempt has left me.
Contempt. The extreme contempt and disinterest has taken its toll. Love is exempt. No more gut moans, only monotones. I can't replenish your interests. Blatant disinterest.
And this is what it was, man. Like, you see this in so many different relationships, and you drew a lot of, awareness to this. How not to make the relationship go stale. Those small kindnesses, the noticing. Women in particular, women like to be complimented. Women love to be, appreciated. To be noticed. No woman just wants to be around and you don't pay her no attention. You focused on your phone and your work or everything but her. It gets burdensome. So this poem brought all that. It highlighted all of that, and I thought the cadence was beautiful, and it was like a sincere, earnest cry. I thought this was a dope ass poem. I thought it was a dope ass poem, and the different metaphors. And then you just killed me when you said, even my clitoris is confused. Like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was like, damn, nigga. If I ain't say this in mean blatant terms, nigga, goddamn, nigga, like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, right. You said it poetically, you said it so eloquently, you said it so profoundly and so prolifically, but nigga, like, get with the program. You know what I'm saying? That was dope, man. This was a dope poem, mama, man. I appreciate you sharing this with us. This is definitely one of them pieces you can go and listen to, man, and take notes. Payne, what you thought about it, bro?
I enjoyed it. I had a lot more to say about the poem until Mama mentioned her genitalia at the end.
Yeah, you about to make me spit out my water, man. Come on, man. You about to make me destroy
and then
all my...
I decided I'm glad you said everything that needed to be said about this poem. I love you, Mama, but you can't be coming up here talking about your genitals. When I'm on the stage, I keep having this conversation with you over and over and over again. And you keep doing it. And you can't do this. We can't have this. So we're gonna have another meeting, me and you later, but listen, thank you, Mama. But please stop with this. Stop with this.
Man, listen, man. Mama, I enjoyed this poem. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this like immensely. This was a dope ass poem, and it was jewels, what they say, jewels, that you was just dispelling all in this poem, man. A whole bunch of jewels, man. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. It's only, yeah, I appreciate it. It's people have had to experience that to understand it, because, you know, somebody you really love and just like just there for them, everything is fine. And all of a sudden they just flip and just start acting like, just showing no interest, just being dull and emotionless, and you don't know what to do. You have nowhere to turn. You try all kind of little romantic things, nothing's working, and you just kind of left there hanging, and like it really hurts. You know,
Facts.
like
It
I
do.
said in the poem, but you have to, be somebody that's kind of like been through it before, had somebody flip on you before to really kind of get it.
Yeah, man. This was dope, man. This was a poem that you can really listen to and you can really gather jewels from it. Like for men, take notes. We don't want our women's clitorises confused. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
We want
because see,
them.
the thing is, you see the person, you're excited about them, and then nothing. Like, what the hell? I mean,
Yeah, we don't want that. We don't want. I want it to jump when you see me. I want that thing to start doing
right,
the hokey pokey and you know
twitching,
what I'm saying. Yeah,
pulsing.
start. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, jumping around when you see me.
okay.
you know. But yeah, dope piece, my man. We appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
We appreciate you for sharing that one. All right, Pain. All right, Pain. Who else we got, man? Who else we got?
I remember y'all. We're gonna close off hand raising at 11:30. If you want to get on the mic, type iron in the chat. But next on the mic is Elizabeth Carpenter.
So you gotta be easy on the R, bro. Easy on the R. You enunciating her whole name. Let's bring Lizzie up onto the stage.
What is with that, sir? What is it? He's gonna. All right, all right. If we're playing games, we're playing games. I'm gonna do magic moments.
Magic moments. Let's get it.
Got the mic.
This magic moment, so different and new, was like any other until I kiss you, and then it happened. And it took me by surprise. I knew you felt it too by the way you look in your eyes, sweeter than wine. They call it magic. The unexpected connection, weaving words, pouring desires on a page, and matching ink stains. Someone, a soul, a stranger, all the way cross country, but they know how to push all your buttons, play your own games on them, to send me into entangling tongues, purpose to our lips when they part our thoughts, coexist in harmony of familiarity and differences. Breathless am I left at a sound of a voice I've only just heard. Speaking so easily his words into my own, I feel intoxicated as I listen to his vision. How he easily grants me passage to bed with him on blank pages where we gasp for air in our moaning and groaning of exploration. And catching our last breath, we are reminded that fine wine and creative minds are meant to be savored. Easy, slow. I have never feared a man, but he has me shaking to my knees, stammering to my tongue, begging, please. He intrigues me and terrifies me all at once. He is what I run away from in the night, sneaking away, heels in hand from some stranger soaked in sticky bed. But in the other breath, he is all I've ever wanted. Broken. Like me, someone to play with my thoughts, set my soul drifting in water. Bodies writing across sheets of paper, but I hesitate in his doorway, whispering, trembling, stuttering, throwing him a line in my story, a piece of my heart, a thought of from where my shelves, morals from where I stand, not wanting to hold myself naked and exposed for him just yet. Patiently wait, giving pieces of him to pass to the chill of morning. We killed the still in our closeness and brought light to the ever lingering darkness. I shake in curiosity and the fear of meaning, and loving and loathing the connection in one single moment. His thoughts lift my chin so I can view my own reflection in him. Do I fear him because I fear myself? Eyes wander to open windows where pitfall eyes beg him to bed, except I expect no less. I don't know him, I don't own him, but I need and want him. I believe his mind has waited in limbo, drowning out the sounds of the creaking headboard with forced words that had grown weary until he cradled and wound himself a web alongside mine in a seamless verse. I believe his mind refused silence in that moment. His will extended to shun what had mattered to him yesterday. Seems existence in him as embracing our demons is a not so innocent binding. The throwing of curses against flesh and bone of this, he shuts the window, pulls the curtain, leaving us alone with our thoughts, hearts that beat in longing and fear of things to come, eyes making love to mine in a dance of a discovery and want. His words beg for indulgence in my ears, and how do I tell him I'm broken beyond repair? Just another question I did not need to ask. He has already begun caressing my scars with his own slowly, precisely meeting our every wound with his own. Am I mending in him so suddenly what could not be fixed? Just a few moments spent caught in thought of curiosity and writing pens. I spent my nights behind shades, dressed to kill, in little black dress, spiked stiletto heels, and sex. Not long has anything given me such life, so why do I feel everything when this man hasn't even touched me beyond the extent of wandering eyes yet? He asks questions, knowing my answers will only echo that of his own, equally attempting to fathom the reasoning and knowing when we don't. We write to blend what was meant to be stitched together. Our lines are on the vines on a fence overlapping and connected. Still, I sit across from him. Red wine stained lips, smoking a cigarette, just whispering a smoked one too many rasp. Why am I so at ease? A question I did not need to ask. My vision needed a man's touch gliding its edges, but men are only panting, drooling dogs staring at my cleavage for knowledge, deaf to every word I've ever said, so why is it I feel safe in this one's hands? He gives me peace of peace instead of being elated with joy, and I am happy for the first time. They call it magic. A collaborative flick of the wrist, bounce of ideas, feeling of mist, another's face in your own reflection, looking back at you from the mirror. And he does this all in my dreams. Imagine the magic when we meet. This magic moment, while your lips are close to mine, will last forever, forever till the end of time. These magic moments.
Wow. Wow. You know, you could have interchanged that song, Magic Moments, with the magic stick. You know what I'm saying? You got that magic. Yo, this joint right here, man, the type of poetic affair, because this was very poetic. The metaphors that you used, you know, that you made a lot of parallels between the writing and the love affair. And this was beautiful. It was beautiful, it was sensual, it was sexy, it was erotic. You know, it was just so many things. You said lines are vines on a fence. You know, I'm like, wow, man. Love meant to be savored. I'm like, damn, like this type of description, it was very lucid, you know, and it went through an array of different emotions, man. I felt like sincerity. I felt sexy. I felt sensual. I felt, it was so many different emotions running through this, but it felt genuine. It felt genuine. It's like it came from a really genuine place. And I really caught that. And this was a dope piece, man. Very, very lucid piece. Dope. What you thought about it, Payne?
I thought his piece was epic. Um, the storytelling and the imagery made it not seem like it was as long as it was. I think that would had a lot to do with the way you delivered it and the images that you painted. Sometimes the best art comes from the spaces we try to depart from, and sometimes the best art comes from just being in the moment. I don't know which one it was when you wrote this, but it just sounds like you know it was. I want to say it really was a side of your pen I'm not that familiar with because you kind of sounded like you know you sound like you was calm. And I got that made me nervous, and then I listened to the piece, and I was like, oh. And I was like, oh, okay, okay, dope piece, dope piece, Elizabeth. Thank you.
Yeah, man. The muse, I know, like the muse that you drew from for this piece right here in particular. You know, I know it was from a strong, a strong place. You know, because the images that you painted in this poem were very, very lucid, and this was dope, man. I think epic is the right word for that paint. Epic. Yeah, that was dope. All right, all right, all right.
That snicker though.
All right. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's a lot of love going on in these streets, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of
Hmm.
love. There's a lot of, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of emotions on the stage right now, man. It's moist.
Hmm.
Or it's getting there. The humidity is raising in the room.
Yo, first you was tingling, now it's more. You're making the show weird.
I'm just saying, bro. It's the pieces. But I gotta react to the pieces, bro. It's the pieces, man. The pieces are making me feel a certain way. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I
They
don't know
trying to
what way
infiltrate
that
my.
is, man.
They trying to infiltrate my. You know what I'm saying? My black. This is my poetic black right here, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my square, man. You know,
Oh, okay,
I'm on
okay.
my square, and
I got.
it's a lot of moisture in the air. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be militant. And there's a lot of
Ah,
love in the air, and I'm digging it. I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, who we got next on the bike, man?
all right. Next on the mic is Lily ain't misbehaving.
Oh snap! Lily ain't misbehaving in the building. Let's get it. Come on, bring the sister up to the stage. Hey Lily, what's
Hello, my
good?
brothers. How y'all doing?
We
Long time
good,
no
we
hear
What
good.
is
from.
Word,
Lily?
man. What's
I
good with you,
know.
man? What's good with you?
Hey, hey, hey. So how y'all doing?
Man, we've been good, man. We've been good, man. In these poetry streets, man. What you got for the people tonight, man? This is a treat for us. This is a treat. Let's get it.
I will share something I wrote during National Poetry Month. So the prompt was write a poem about moving on.
Mm.
And the quote was, if you're too comfortable, it's time to move on. Terrified of what's next, you're on the right track. And that was Susan Fales Hill.
Mm.
So my piece is titled Next, whenever you're ready.
Stage is yours, Queen.
Look, man, let's just call time a death on whatever this thing is we've been doing for the past umpteenth years. We're not a couple. I don't think we're even friends because friends don't string other friends along like a dog on a leash. But a bitch needs to move on. We've laid down together for far too long. I've jumped when you text, roll over and assumed any position that you commanded, all for a 30-minute treat without as much as a atta girl. We're limited to these four walls and a bed. No phone calls, no dates, haven't been to your new house, no trips abroad, but that other broad has seen the world, your friends, family, and the place where you lay your head. While all I got was the opportunity to give you head. Now, I won't put all of the blame on you because you only did what I allowed. I just didn't want to be alone. Truth of the matter is that I've always been alone. With the occasional bone you would throw me and I would go fetch. Whether it was once a month or once a year, I was there at your beck and call, loyal as fuck on bended knee and open mouth. It's about time to dig up the self-respect I've buried so long ago, because it's definitely not in the extensive paper trail of text messages that I saved. You won't find any photographic proof of our wasted time together. There was one from years ago where you stopped by for 5 minutes during my birthday dinner with friends. One photo was with the group as you flashed your pearly whites, but when the two of us posed, not a smile in sight. Why I can't cut ties from this leash, I don't know. I've gotten so comfortable with the little scraps you would throw my way. Scraps of time, scraps of attention. I bet my name has never been mentioned to your deceased mom or your bestie. Even man's best friend receives more love. I prayed for the strength to let go of the people and things that aren't beneficial to my mental health. I hope that you receive all the wealth and happiness that your heart desires. My heart's requirements for me is healing, self-love, and self-esteem building. I might as well start a new beginning. In order to start off fresh, I need to delete these old texts and your photos stolen from your Instagram. The photos of you living an exciting, carefree life of travel, tranquility, and other treasures. I'm going to weather the storm that terrifies me. But the good thing about storms is, after the rain has fallen, the sun shines brightly with that beautiful rainbow. That's God. And He said that I'm going to be okay.
Wow. Wow. Next. This is so befitting. Next. This is reminiscent of a person, you know, putting their foot down. You know, I'm not just gonna tolerate anything. You know, there's an old saying, they said, never make a person a priority who views you as an option. You know, and love is about balance. You know, relationship is about balance. It's about give and take. It's about reciprocity. It's about, you know, me giving as much as you're giving, so we're striking that balance. And this poem, it really resonated on that sentiment. You know, I love the emphaticness of this poem. It wasn't a bitter poem. You know how people get in relationships and they get hurt and they're bitter and it comes off as they're bitter. This was not a bitter poem. This was a self-affirming poem. This was a poem that's saying that I realize my worth. I realize my worth even if you don't realize my worth. And right now, you're not worth my time. And it's time for you to be the next one. Next. And I thought this was just, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. The sentiment that you drove home was that we have to love ourselves. You know, all throughout this poem, I was thinking about self-love, you know, and self-love is necessary in order to love anyone or anything. You know what I'm saying? You have to love yourself enough first. And this poem was like an awakening. It was everything. It was very inspirational. And I know that people can listen to this poem, really resonate with it, and get some form of inspiration from it, you know, to be able to move on. People, they say that a lot of people stay in broke relationships because they have a fear of starting over. This is the number one statistic that they say. People don't want to start over. They have that fear, like, yo, I ain't gonna do all this again and learn somebody else and things of that nature. But sometimes that's necessary. Sometimes it's necessary. And this poem was an awakening poem, and I loved it. I really did. What you thought about it, Pain?
Lily. First of all, Vince, so it was refreshing hearing you. Second of all, the sincerity, the sincerity in your delivery for this piece, just it kind of highlighted again the kind of your it kind of like your the ability to be vulnerable, but you did it in a way where, like, and it wasn't like you came across like you was pussy. You know what I mean? You was just saying how you was feeling, but you was still being vulnerable, and I dug that. And thank you for coming through, Lily.
Thank you. Thank you for the platform, you guys. Appreciate it.
Most definite, sis. Most definite. We appreciate you too, Queen. Oh man, great night of poetry, bro. I know we winding down because it is 11:31. So that means hand raising is off. So if you had put iron in the chat right now, well, I'm not looking in the chat right now. I'm about to go in the chat and just review who's the last person to put iron. So if you just ran in the chat right now and typed iron in the chat, then you would make it. But by the time I get to this chat and look at it, the last person that got iron in this chat will be the last person on the stage tonight, unless our brother Written in Pain have one of those tricks up his sleeve that he be doing from week to week. I don't know. But who we got next on the mic, my brother?
My time.
Okay, let's bring my tie up to the stage.
How y'all doing, fellas?
Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good with you?
I'm
Hold on.
just vibing, about to head to bed in a minute. I just thought I never actually came up in the I've been in the room, but I never actually came up on stage in this room. So
I'm feeling your vibe off rip. The energy is there. I've seen you in the goo plenty of times, but this is a treat for us. Let's get it.
okay, so I'm a little nervous. This piece I just wrote this piece yesterday.
Oh, this dude, new shit. I love new shit. Let's get it.
Okay, so it's titled "She Is." She is woman. She is divine. She is irreplaceable. She is home. She is love. She is authentic. She's like finding a second prize in a cereal box. She's like finding out school is canceled on a Friday. She's like finding $20 after you spent your last dime. She's like sleep after working a 12-hour shift. She's like hot cocoa on a cold snow day. She's like itching a scratch in the middle of your back. She's like completing a puzzle piece. Excuse me. She's like completing a puzzle after weeks of failing to complete. She's like passing a drug test after you just smoked some weed. She's like a body massage from the head to the feet. She's like fresh shaved legs and clean satin sheets. She's like fresh squeezed lemonade while sitting in the summer heat. She's everything you want and more than you need. She's like how I imagine slaves felt when they got free. She is you. She is me. She is us. She is we. She's like a heating pad on a cramping back. She's like getting the munchies and having your favorite snack. She's God's answer to your every prayer. She's like a birthday cake with many different layers. She's like warm hospital socks. She's like performing on the stage and everybody's screaming, "You rock." She's like coming home from school and seeing the refrigerator fully stocked. She is perfectly imperfect. Every piece of her is worth it. She's a jack of all trades, plus she's still working, and she ain't begging for a Birkin. She's by your side day and night. She's a ride or die, but she keeps you alive. She's everything they said she couldn't be. And through all the troubling times, she handles everything so flawlessly. She's a woman biologically, and all she asks is for you to be her peace, and she'll return that same energy. And that's that piece.
Talk your shit. That's what I'm talking about right here, man. Oh man, that's what I'm talking about. The energy was there. I felt like I was at a URL looking at Geechee. Every fucking bar, all the similitudes that you made. She's like was hitting. You was like, she's like fresh shaved legs and satin sheets. Like, you know how smooth that is? Like, I don't know if y'all really pictured that visual, man. You know what I'm saying? That's smooth, man. That's real smooth. And it was just punchline after punchline, and the similitudes, all the similes you were making, in regards to the parallel of the woman and how necessary she is, I thought was phenomenal. I was sitting here like, yeah, talk your shit, man. This is what it is. And you made points to mention that she's not superficial. You know what I'm saying? She ain't about getting your money. She's about building with you. She's about, cultivating. So this is a beautiful sentiment for what we need in the world today, amidst of what's going on social media, what we see everywhere, the representation of us as a people, with our women, the stereotypes and tropes that we get labeled with and all that. This was a refreshing, ode to what the real true black woman is. She's beautiful, she's necessary, she's relevant, she's everything, man. And I really appreciate this, man. Shout out to you for writing this piece. This was beautiful. This was beautiful, and I really mean this. This was beautiful. Payne, what you thought about it, bro?
I agree with everything you said, man. This was a beautiful piece of art, and I really, really, really don't know if I've heard you anywhere before on the app, but man, it was just so enlightening and just refreshing for to have a woman making these statements and taking this stance, because it's. I look forward to hearing more poetry from you, Mai Tai. I hope you're not a stranger around here. That was a great, 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 great poem. Thank you so much.
Definitely.
Thank you guys so much for having me up here.
Most definite. Now you part of the thing. You gotta get that red tag off your name now. Get you in the house, man. Yeah, definitely. You gotta be a regular on the couch. And for real, that was dope, man. That was everything I think the black woman represents. Like what I look for in a woman. The qualities I'm looking for in a woman. You hit every point. Every line, man. It was just like, damn, like you was just playing my song. Word. I Payne.
Thank you so much.
Most definite, sis.
I was just.
My fault.
I'm like, well, she is mid-sentence. You just took it down already.
No, right.
You're quick on the draw. You're quick on the draw.
I was just saying that I have a he is piece coming for the Kings too.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. He is poetic black. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, make sure you bring that piece this way.
Word.
For sure. I got y'all. Thank y'all.
Most definite,
all right.
sis. Most definite.
All right, Black. Are y'all finished talking? Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right, bro. Who we got next, man?
Yeah. Next on the mic is Mouthpiece.
Oh, let's bring up our brother Mouthpiece to the
Mouthpiece
stage.
taking us home.
Oh, Mouthpiece taking us home. All right, that's rightfully so, man. Mouthpiece been these last pieces I've been hearing from this brother has been very, very, very prolific. Mouthpiece been having me thinking, man. He been dropping some real jewels in these clubhouse streets, man. Let's bring our brother on up to the stage.
I don't think it was on purpose.
Always gotta talk some shit, Oh my God, man. Whip, cut it out, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll be friends.
I love you, bro. I love you, bro.
No, you know. What's up, Poetic Black?
What's good? What's good?
Poetic Black is my friend.
What's good, Mouth?
Nah, for real. Nah, man, it's
Black. I need that Gangsta's Paradise drop.
Yo, you crazy? Yo, I keep
when
catching it.
Come up here, I need that.
Yo,
hour after hour, money after. I need that.
Yo, I didn't catch.
Got it. We need that.
Yo, I didn't catch it until about like the second or third time you said it, and I was like, yo, come to think about it, yo, Mouthpiece do look like the dude that sung Gangsta Paradise, man. I was like, yo. A lot like him. I'm like, hold on,
man.
Nothing
like Coolio.
No, you
No,
don't
not
look like
Coolio.
Coolio,
The
bro. You look
dude
like
that
the
was
dude that
singing.
sing the hook.
The dude that was singing the hook, he looked like you. Y'all about the
Hey
same height
man,
and everything.
I'm gonna come to where you at and rock you in your face. What the fuck? This nigga look like, come on, son.
uh,
Hour after hour, dollar
I can't
after
stand
dollar.
y'all. I can't stand y'all.
it's too crazy, paid crazy.
Oh shit.
Oh man, yo, you got the mic, man. You got the stage. You taking us home, mouthpiece. You know what I'm
I'll
saying?
take
Go
you home.
there,
I
bro.
got you.
Go
I
there,
got you.
man.
Got you.
And
Do
You
your
take your
mouthpiece,
thing,
time.
man.
Yo, what up?
mouthpiece.
What up? What up?
Everybody in this room knows where you been living most of your life.
This dude is crazy.
Yeah, it's been
I'm getting
in
the drop. I'm
Atlanta.
getting the
But like
drop.
I said, let me see all this piece. What's up to Lily down there? What's up? What's up? One of the old school griots. And that was my girl My Titles on stage earlier. That's my dog right there.
Yeah,
Give
she
her
killed.
respect. Real
Yeah,
talk.
she killed. She
She
killed.
killed it. All right. Let me get all this piece. Get about here. Name of this piece is called Sore Feet.
Mm.
I am twisted. Mr. Upside Down, clutching the downside of luck, giving no fuck, sickened by its existence. Darkness is winning, no sun, this villain rising. The hero is undone, past unsung, my moral deposit depleted, insufficient funds. My nights are endless and eternal sleepless nocturnal soundtrack on repeat, and it just keeps spinning. Fuck, no sleep. My body's aching for lack of rest. It's like a slow death, but I'm trying to live up to my expectations without having to take action. More time wasted. I'm slow pacing, walking backwards, running in this rat race. Damn, that cheese gotta be mobile. Who moved it? What? It's standing still? Shit. Prove it. I'm about to lose it. And the lost and found says no vacancies. Trying to count sheep just to sleep, but the wolves keep me up howling, and the beast in me likes the night prowling, looking for that red meat. Real rough, something to sink these teeth in. Fuck beef, I'm beef eating. See, y'all ain't seeing what I'm saying. These words I speak plug holes and stop these grills from leaking. Gets minds to thinking. These lines, you got to read in between them. More than morphine, we don't need more fiends. We need more clean, but the darkness hides truth. We need more seen. We got plenty of individuals, but we need more teams. We need more assists, less bricks, flagrant fouls, bench. This is constructive criticism, none of this. We need more rights, less wrongs, more bliss. Don't greet me with the fist. You piss, go back to the beginning. There's something you missed. If the shoe fits, mouthpiece, what that mouth do, wolf hours in the fucking building.
Wow. I told you, Payne. I told you, man. I told you, bro. Mouthpiece been out in these streets, getting his prolific on. This joint right here was dope, man. The emphaticness of it, the urgency of this poem, and the realness of it, man. You just came real with it, man. And it was so many dope ass lines in here. And to name it and entitle it Sore Feet was crazy because, you know what I'm saying, you're explaining the everyday grind, the everyday hustle and bustle. You know what I'm saying? My damn feet hurt, man. You know what I'm saying? Like all the things we do on a day to day to keep things afloat. You touched on so many different things in this poem, my brother. Very prolific, man. Very prolific, but very real and down to earth. It was, you know what I'm saying? This is something that a person can, people from all different walks of life can resonate with this. But people with hard walks of life can really feel this. And I really applaud you for writing this piece, man. This was dope. Payne, what you thought about it?
Appreciate that.
Yeah, mouthpiece, man. Yo, you dope, man. You're dope. And you know, I want you to come around more often, man, and share your poetry with these people, man. Get
I
out
can
that
dig it.
thugging you be doing, man. Get out them streets, man.
He's why
Damn, I gotta go.
get out them streets.
Come on, man.
I
Come
got,
on, the
I got.
kids is doing it now, mouthpiece. The kids is doing it, man. Think about the
Oh
kids,
man,
man.
that is not dope. Hey man, some of the best preaching is in the streets. You know
In
what I
That's
a
mean?
right.
New Jack City,
This nigga crazy.
oh yeah.
Yeah, this dude is
Something's
crazy.
really wrong with this dude,
Yeah,
man. For real.
something's wrong with him, man.
So we always do that type shit. But nah, man, I ain't gonna hold you up no more time. Man, you gotta get off of this platform. But listen, man, shout out to Iron Sharpeth Iron. Definitely goes down up in here, man. Word to the block, because the block is always hot. Real love, man. Love y'all niggas, man. One
Love
love,
you
one mic.
too, man. Love you too, King, man. We appreciate you, man. We appreciate everybody for coming out tonight, sharing your art. You know, like we said, we're being broadcast all over now. You know, last week's episode is up. Right now it's on Google Podcasts, but it should be up on Apple and Spotify by Monday. So you guys go check that out, man. Check out the replay from last week. It was some dope, phenomenal artists came on the stage and killed. Just like this week, man. Some dope artists, man. We appreciate you guys coming and sharing your
Y'all,
talent and your
y'all
art.
miss somebody. Y'all miss somebody.
Who we
Look in the
miss?
chat room. Y'all,
Who we miss, mama?
you miss Shafani. Y'all miss Khadija. Y'all miss BDs. But Shafani got iron in the chat room.
Where? Oh, yeah, she just put an iron in the chat. The hand raising goes off at 11:30, but we can make a concession for Stefani. And then you said Khadijah's in here? Where Khadijah
Yeah,
at?
it's Shafani. That's why we doing this, because it's Shafani. But other people don't get accustomed to get,
Nah, we got to make one more concession because I see Khadijah down there in the goo, and if she want to spit, Khadijah get carte blanche to come up and spit. So let me know, Khadijah, if you want iron. We're gonna extend the show for you. You know what I mean? That's how we do over here. Iron
I'm
sharpen
gonna
iron.
bring Shafani up to the stage.
Yo.
Hey, Shafani, how
Hey
you doing,
Shafani, how you
Queen?
doing?
I was just like chilling, and then Mama messages me. She's like, "You need to put iron in the chat." And I'm like, "Okay, yes, ma'am. I'll do that."
She's good at that. She's good at making you do stuff.
Yeah, and I love the music part of this, like Mouthpiece and Written in Pain. I'm gonna be waiting for you guys to drop an album. Yeah.
Shafani, what do you have for us tonight?
I have something. I can take it out of my pocket. Um, it's called "I'm a Jungle."
Okay, is it brand new?
It is kind of new, yes.
Okay, the mic is
And
yours.
what's the title? You said I'm a what?
I am a jungle.
A Jenga?
A jungle.
A jungle, like
Oh,
a
a
jungle,
jungle.
bro.
A jungle.
Yeah,
All right,
a
all right, all right, all
jungle.
right. All right, my bad. It's my New York slang. My New York. Yeah, all right, get quick. You got it.
I once was a bonsai plant, but now I grow wild. My vines reach up to the sky unkempt. My roots go deeper than I could measure. I flourish, and in this jungle, there is fury and beauty. Tame my branches? Good luck. You want my devotion? It belongs to the sun and rain. I meet everyone who walks here the same, with my tall oaks and thick canopy, with my terrifying, free flowing wilderness. But my branches curve gentle around the ones who tread softly. My leaves shelter the forest people. My earth is a bed for those who put their ears to it. They'll hear time slow down to a trickle, reliable pulse but weather fickle. And come or go, the jungle grows. Wide, open, endless, not with pride, but with the relentless stretch of a once was a bonsai. All scissors and lawnmowers fall to rust in my river. And here there is love and desire and hate and anger, gloriously grounded in a soil carefully prepared a long time ago. I've tended this wild, sown it with 1,000 songs I wrote myself. So take a bud or a stem and put it in a pot if you like, a souvenir for the curious traveler. I have an abundance, and if you're feeling adventurous, set up tent. I'll put on a show for stargazing. You may never want to leave, but know that all my rivers and trees, unceasing, whatever the case, will never fit inside your vase. Poem.
Wow. Wow. Say that shit. Wow, man. I love the parallels with the bonsai tree, and the significance behind the tree. I thought this was beautiful, man. I thought this was a beautiful you said my earth is a bed. Can you finish that line right there?
Let me see. But my branches curve gentle around the ones who tread softly. My leaves shelter the forest people. My earth is a bed for those who put their ears to it. They'll hear time slowed down to a trickle.
So vivid, man, and lucid. The imagery in this poem, man, was just fantastic. It was beautiful. It was so many dope metaphors. Very thought provoking, man. I thought this was dope. I thought it was phenomenal. What you thought about it, Payne?
You'll find I'm a big fan of your work. It's just beautiful poetry. And man, the lines that I remember got away from me. I do apologize. But I can't remember. Shafani, I really love the poem though in its totality. And I really miss hearing your poetry on the app. So it was good that you made it through. And I'm glad Mama twisted your arm.
Love you, Stefani. That's
Mama be
right
putting
there.
that's gangster granny, man. She be putting her. She be putting
I
her.
remember, I remember, I remember, I remember, I remember, I remember. You said, okay, so I don't remember it verbatim, but you said something like you was putting up a circus or you was putting up a tent and like the stars, that part right there. Can you go to that part of you said you was referring brought up a tent.
Stargazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. It was at the end. I was like, if you're feeling adventurous, set up tent. I'll put on a show for stargazing. You may never want to leave. But know that all my rivers and trees, unceasing, whatever the case, will never fit inside your vase.
I felt and
Emphatic.
saw that. The tent for stargazing and it just that's what I wanted to say because that's what that part made me feel free. And I get that a lot with your poetry. I don't know if you write a lot outdoors, but your poetry always feels very free, and I love that.
Yeah, you won't be confined. I thought that last line was dope. In the, you can't fit me inside your vase. You can't just, minimize me. And I thought that was profound. Yeah, that's dope poem. Dope.
Yes, thank you. And she's one of Russ's students. She gives the greatest feedback. She is one of my favorite persons to get feedback from in the whole poetic scene. I love Shafani. Awesome, Shafani. Thank you.
Thank you guys. I haven't actually read my poetry on Clubhouse for a while, so this is a nice place to do a little comeback dance. Thank you.
We appreciate it, Queen. We do. We
Permission
do.
to speak. Permission to speak, please. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, go ahead, mouthpiece. Because Payne got you. He still got you on the stage. So that was his his malfunctions and
I'm
all
so honored.
that.
I'm honored. I'm so honored. I feel so humble. You know what I'm saying? No, Mr. Fine, that was a brilliant piece. I think you're a classic poet. That was classic poetry. That was absolutely beautiful. Um, so metaphorically sound. I would love to hear more of your stuff, more of your work. Man, that was dope.
Oh, thank you. I'm honored.
Yeah, dope, man. Dope. This was a great night of poetry. Did we I seen that Khadijah said that she wasn't going to spit. But if that was the last person, you got any
It was
tricks up your
indeed.
sleeve?
Nah, that was it.
That was it. All right, so this is
Hmm.
this is the real ending. This is the real ending. But
Boom.
I want to thank you guys for coming out, man, sharing your artistry tonight. Sharing the stage and just contributing to the space. We appreciate your presence here. Like I said before, if you guys didn't know, any latecomers, this show is now officially a podcast. It's being streamed everywhere. Right now, last week's episode is available on Google Podcasts, but by Monday, like I said, it should be everywhere. So yeah, man, an attempt to bring more ears to this type of artistry, man, and we really appreciate this. So thank you guys, man. Payne, you got any last words, any parting words, my brother? It sound like you.
Um,
It sound like you busting something down. I don't know what you busting down, man.
he, hey, yo. Um, I just want to let y'all know I appreciate y'all for being here, man. Y'all make my Saturday, man. I appreciate it. And in the words of Mouthpiece, ah, ah, ah,
Beat
ah.
your ass, man. Beat your ass.
Oh man, thank you guys for coming out, man. Payne, man, we gonna get you a deal, man. MCA, man. You know what I'm saying? I think we got something with this, man. You know what I'm saying? The harmony, man. You wrote everything in 5-part harmony. Five-part
Five-part
harmony.
harmony.
Thank you guys for coming out tonight, man. Peace, man. We love you guys, man.
Thank you.
As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another.
Or the story. I thought the story, I thought it was a good story. I just felt like it was parts of the story that lagged a little bit for me.
Your cadence, man, it captivated me.
Me, it's just the sincerity in the piece. I could feel that, and the emotion is always going to win me over when I can feel that it's real. So
It was one of those pieces that where you're waking people up. You know what I'm saying? Bringing awareness. It was an awareness poem, and I really dug it, and I really dug the message behind it.
Thank y'all very much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the space.
Are you ready to enter the dojo? Here, iron, sharpeth iron.